Rich mindset versus poor mindset. Not every rich person is born into a wealthy family. So how do many well-off people reach their financial goals? A major difference between rich people and those who have money problems can be found in the way they think, act, and the way they see the world. The truth is, there are three types of people in the world. They are the haves, the have-nots, and those who have not yet paid for what they have. Many factors contribute to the differences of these classes of people, but one that stands out the most is the mindset. The mind is a powerful tool. You can use it to either build or break you. In this video, we'll be sharing with you the difference between the mindset of a poor person and the mindset of a rich person. Want to find out where you lie? Watch until the end. Number 1. Rich people continuously learn. 88% of self-made millionaires read at least 30 minutes every day. Warren Buffett reads a minimum of 5 to 6 hours a day. How many hours have you spent on learning? Or when was the last time you learned something new? Many other billionaires and millionaires set aside at least an hour a day to study. Being as little as 30 minutes a day for learning can go a long way in increasing your knowledge. I bet you're probably wondering what reading and learning new things will help you in. By reading, you will develop the faculties of your mind so you can achieve almost anything you set your mind to. However, don't just read anything. Choose books that will expand your knowledge. How do you know which ones to read? Well, I'll leave some great books in the description below. Poor people stop the learning process as soon as they step out of school. About 24.5% of adult Americans haven't read a book in the past 2 years, and that's staggering. 55% haven't read a book in the past year. They also prioritize entertainment over education. They spend endless hours binge watching movies on Netflix, and mindless hours scrolling on social media and reading comments. You have this simple saying, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you consume, that's the same thing you put out. There is no balance in their entertainment to education ratio. Whenever it's time to educate themselves, it's always excuse after excuse after excuse. Number 2, rich people make money work for them while poor people work for money. You might have heard this one before, but we'll explain it again as one learn by repetition. From you heard this term, have you started figuring out how you're going to make money work for you? Let us know in the comment section below. Rich people understand that you can never make good money if you are constrained to an hourly pay or a paycheck. We all have the same number of hours in a day, so we are all limited to 24 hours paid daily. No matter how much you maximize on working hours within a day, you can only do so much and no more. Your pay per hour is also limited to a certain amount. However, the rich invest wisely by earning from other people's work hours or investing in passive income sources. Poor people on the other hand spend their lives working for an hourly rate. Now, look around you and think about this statement. They spend their time building someone else's dream and slave out their hours in exchange for a limited pay. If a poor mindset person didn't go to work today, they would miss out on their income. The rich realize that you won't build wealth if you are constrained to an hourly pay. Now, everyone has the same allotted hours a day, yet the rich maximize those hours. We are not saying being employed is a bad thing. In fact, we do advocate for it. Employment will give you some form of foundation to raise enough capital to invest in assets and business as the rich do. Don't do like the majority and acquire things before they acquire assets. Majority of society have this backwards. So if you're employed, be sure to have an exit strategy. In this day and age, there is no safe and secure job. The only safe and secure job I see is the ability to leave one job and get another job in a short space of time. And we know this is very challenging for a lot of individuals. Number 3, rich people will invest their money, but the poor stash it away under their mattress or in a savings account. Rich people invest their money to win. They invest with the mindset of getting rewards from their actions. They are willing to take risks, but only the calculated ones when it comes down to their money. The rich will take advantage of downturns in the financial markets by buying more stocks, while others bail and lose their fortune. A good example is this current COVID-19 pandemic. While many are out there arguing and complaining about vaccine, the rich is out there acquiring assets that are benefiting from the pandemic. Poor people have the mindset of taking zero risk. They believe in setting their money aside in a savings account with minimal to no returns. What they don't know is that most banks have a return which is way lower than inflation. The average return from a savings account is less than 1%, but the yearly inflation is about 3% per year. Just to understand this a little bit better, here's an example. If you have saved $100,000 in the bank with an interest rate of 1%, you'll earn $1,000 per year. If the annual inflation rate is 3%, then the difference will result in a loss of $2,000 yearly. So you're losing purchasing power on your money if you're not really getting any good interest on it. Number 4. Rich people know that creating wealth isn't easy. They know the road to success will have several roadblocks and challenges. They don't let problems take over, but instead they focus on finding solutions. They don't waste their time complaining, but they focus their energy in finding a way. The poor man mindset is full of excuses and will often, if not always, give up. Poor people let problems bring them down. They don't have a way of picking themselves up when faced with challenges, and they don't know how to kickstart the gear. Number 5. Rich people take their time to make decisions. They will weigh the pros and cons before deciding. Often, they will use references and logics during the entire process. Rich also look for repercussions of their actions. If I do A, what will be the outcome? This way, they are able to take more calculated risk and grow their money. Poor people are more impulsive when it comes down to their decision-making process. They will often make a decision without any forethought. They will invest in a business just because a friend or family member asked them to. You will be poor if you make impulsive financial decisions. Number 6. Rich people are future-oriented. Rich people always think about the next 10 years and are not looking for instant success. They understand that it will take time and great effort to build sustainable wealth and stable income streams, so they plan ahead of time. You'll often find the rich buying stocks when the market takes a downturn or buying investment properties. Rich know the power of compound interest and know how to build a proper long-term portfolio. They are very disciplined when it comes down to spending their money. They may not buy lavish assets now, but in the next 5 years, they will be wealthy enough to be able to afford them. In short, the rich make sacrifices today to live a better life tomorrow. Poor people only think of today, tomorrow, and maybe next week. They want to become instantly rich. They live off paycheck to paycheck, and they are not planning for their financial future. Most poor people work towards getting their next meal and paying bills instead of even financial freedom. If you ask a random person why are they working, I'm guaranteed they'll respond saying, I'm working to pay my bills. Number 7. Rich people have clear goals and targets. They have an outline of their path to success. They are always looking for the next opportunity and they don't view challenges as roadblocks. They have step-by-step guide clearly outlined for them to follow. There is no guessing which way to take as with the poor. Poor people on the other hand, they don't have goals. They don't know what they want from life. They allow problems to always limit them. They acquire a fear-based mentality which limits them from growth. They don't have the motivation to follow through with a plan. Therefore, with nothing to look forward to and no action plan, they end up in poverty. Number 8. Rich people never settle and stay within comfort zones. They are always looking for the next step in life. They love to take on the challenges and create advancement in their life. They will tackle problems head on despite being afraid. As for the poor, comfort zone are their best environment. They hate problems and they will run from unfamiliar situations. They have no will to live their comfortable way of life and achieve better. When an opportunity presents itself and it happens to be slightly different from the usual, they will not take it on. Most poor people are comfortable in their low-wage jobs and will not start something different to boost their income. But there's no doubt they'll get up each and every day and complain about it. Number 9. Rich people are innovators while poor people are merely consumers. The rich are the creators of the world. They are the pioneers and entrepreneurs who take on risk and create new products and services. They spend most of their time learning and innovating. they add value to the world. The poor, however, are just consumers. They consume the products created by the rich, and this is what makes them even richer. They shy away from inventing anything or challenging themselves. Instead of investing their little money, learning something new, or creating something, they spend their time struggling to acquire the latest status symbol. Inevitably, 90% of their income goes into buying things and services that will generate wealth for the rich. Number 10. Rich people understand the value of time. You will never find them lazing around wasting time. They know lost time will never be regained and treat it as their most precious asset. As for the poor mindset individual, he or she always looking for the next vacation center. They will waste hours every day watching TV shows, consuming alcohol, drugs, or gossiping with their peers. I hope now you understand why the rich keep on getting richer and the poor is just getting by. Do you have a rich mindset? Let us know what you think about this video. We look forward for your comments. And if you have made it this far and you are not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.